welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be kind of like a weekly reading vlog. It's not going to be like a traditional week. Today is Tuesday. I'm pretty sure this is going to end Sunday, maybe Monday, I'm not exactly sure. So I've never done a weekly reading vlog, but I'm interested in doing one this week for a number of reasons. One of those reasons is that we are approaching the end of June and I've read one book on my TBR. One. I want to finish one of the books that I'm currently reading, and I want to read one of the books on my TBR. The second reason why I'm doing this weekly reading vlog is because yesterday I saw that Owlcrate is doing a read-along for The Ones We're Meant to Find by Joan He. This was in their May Owlcrate box. They have like all the dates and the schedule down. I kind of wrote it down. It was supposed to start yesterday. I didn't start yesterday because I had a migraine, so we're starting today and I'll just play a little bit of catch up. It looks to be about like 50 pages per day starting yesterday and going until June 27th. So by the end of today, I should be at chapter 10, which is page 97. I can read 96 pages today. Like if you look at it, the font is a little bit big and I'm hoping that it's kind of like a quick read. And so for the read along, they're doing 5 questions per section. Day 1 was chapters 1 through 5 and they had 5 questions to go along with it, and you can answer it on their website page. I'll link the schedule. I guess the schedule doesn't matter because this is getting posted way later, but I'll link day 1 of the blog post, I guess, in the description box. This reading vlog is not going to be spoiler filled. I will be answering the questions, but I'm not going to say what my answers are in the vlog, just to kind of keep the spoilers out of it. But I'll answer everything in a Google Docs, and these are going to be the answers that I'm also putting onto the Owlcrate website. And if you want them all in one place, I'm going to put them in a Google Docs that I will also link below. Day 1, got to read 96 pages and answer like 10 questions. It feels like I'm back in school, and honestly, I love it. That's kind of like a weird thing about me. Like, I actually enjoyed school. Like, I liked reading my set number of chapters and answering the questions at the end, so I'm excited for that. Also in this weekly reading vlog, I want to finish Life as We Knew It. I'm on page 186. I'm like halfway through the book. I want to finish this before June is over, so I'm probably not going to get to it today. I will read my 96 pages of this book today. Tomorrow I'll read the regular 50 and probably some more of this. So hopefully I'll finish both of these books in this vlog. That is the goal. Alright, so it's Thursday. I don't really have too much to update. I have not read any of this. This is Life as We Knew It. I haven't read any of this because I've been focusing on The Ones We're Meant to Find, and I am currently a day and a half behind. So I'm on page 68, and for the read along that Owlcrate is doing, I should be on page 211 by the end of the day. That's not gonna happen. My actual plans are to get to page 163, so I definitely could be a lot further in this book, but I'm having a hard time getting into it. So the writing style is definitely unique and I'm enjoying it, and I'm really liking the characters that are introduced. Like C and K are very unique characters in their own way. I mean, I've seen characters like C before, but not really characters like Kay before, and so I think she's a very interesting character, and I want to see what kind of character development she can have. The issue I'm having with it is a sci-fi based book. I kind of want things to be explained a little bit better. I don't know, I kind of feel like we're thrown into this world and a lot of things are hinted at, like new technologies and stuff like that, like robots and interfaces, and I'm kind of lost. Like, I can kind of piece together what these things are. I would just like to be told what they are. And maybe that's coming up later in the book, but I'm not exactly sure. I'm also not loving the pacing. I mean, I'm only on page 68, so it's not like I have even given a chance for the story to start, but I feel like I'm still waiting for the story to start. Like, the characters were introduced, the world was kind of introduced, and no actual like events have happened. I mean, like, kind of, but I feel like I'm waiting for something amazing to happen.
Well, what are you waiting for?
I don't know, something amazing, I guess.
Kind of at 3 stars right now, and that's really disappointing because I was looking forward to this book. Maybe I'm just not in the right mind space to be reading it. Like I said, I haven't really been feeling very good. I gotta just give it a chance and kind of give myself a chance to understand the world and really absorb everything. Okay, so it's Friday. I'm still a day and a half behind. Okay, so I did read yesterday. I read like 50 pages yesterday. So I'm on page 118, and by the end of today, I should be on page 272. Again, that's not gonna be possible. I'm gonna shoot for just reading 1.5 sections, and then tomorrow I'll be 1 section behind, which will be easier to catch up with because it's Saturday. But also I have to film a bunch of videos tomorrow. I still haven't read any more of Life as We Knew It, and I really want to get back into it. Maybe today I'll read half of the section that I'm supposed to read, and then I'll read some more of Life as We Knew It. Also, I remember last time I filmed, I said that I wasn't really into it, but something happened in the second half of the last section, and I'm into it now. I'm invested. It's just like, it's getting a lot better. Like, a new character was introduced, and there was character interaction that wasn't there before. I kind of prefer books that are character driven versus plot driven. In the beginning almost felt plot driven, even though it was about the characters. C's chapters are first person and Casey's chapters are third person. So there's some kind of like disconnect there where I feel distanced from the story. And so like I read C's chapters and I'm like into it, but they alternate with Casey's chapters. And so then I read Casey's chapters and I feel like drawn back out. Like I was in it with C, and then oh, snap. Oh my god. Okay, so the story is kind of pulling me back and forth with the different perspectives, like the sea with the waves, because C is lost at sea. Like Celia, the character Celia, she was lost at sea and she ended up on an abandoned island, and a big part of the book is the ocean. That's so clever. Okay, so if that's actually intentional for me, the reader, to be kind of pulled in and out of the story from the different chapters and the different perspectives, like between first and third person point of view, like the sea coming in and out, that's so smart. I don't know if that was intentional, but if it is, like, good job. I love it. Okay, wow. That kind of just like brings my appreciation of the book up a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna go read. Alright, hello again. So today is Wednesday. Today's Wednesday, the 30th. The last clip that I filmed was on Sunday when I went to the beach, and I did some reading of the ones that were meant to find. So I haven't filmed for a while because it's been pretty hot here, and it's kind of hard to look any kind of cute and like not a mess when it's so hot. I hope you understand. But anyways, so in that time I have finished the ones we're meant to find, and I read about 30 pages of Life as We Knew It. And since today is the last day of the month, I need to finish this book. So like it wouldn't really be that serious. I think I have like 115 pages left roughly, which seems like a lot, but I mean, it's totally doable because this book I just fly through. And the reason why it's taking me so long is because I was prioritizing this book because I was reading it with a readathon. Anyways, so the reason why I have to finish this today is one, because it's the end of the month and I have unrealistic expectations. And two, it's because I'm expected to finish 16 books this month. I'm in the middle of 2 right now, this one and one for work, but I will definitely be able to finish the one for work. I just got to do it. Like 16 books in a month is crazy, and that's like the most I've ever done, ever. I just have to. Anyways, so final thoughts on Ones We're Meant to Find by Joan He. I didn't love it. I was actually very disappointed with how much I didn't love it. I ended up giving this, when I'm feeling mean and when I'm reading parts of it and I'm getting frustrated, I'm rating it a 2.5. But when I've had enough time to sit here and think about it, I'm giving it a 3 because I can understand why people like it. It just wasn't for me. One, I'm not a big fan of sci-fi, and I knew that going into it, but I was still giving it a chance. And then everything that I expected to go wrong did go wrong. I'm also trying my hardest not to give any spoilers for this because this is a pretty popular book right now and I'm sure many people haven't read it yet. Yeah, it came out in 2020. I'm not exactly sure which month it was. I think, I don't know, around May. I don't know. I got it in the May Owlcrate box, so like around then, I'm guessing. I don't know. But anyways, so reasons why I didn't love it were it was pretty hard for me to get into the world. I felt like the world was underexplained. And I don't know if I was just not picking up the clues that the author was leaving or if it was purposefully vague so that I had to use my imagination. I'm not sure. I'm actually so disappointed. I wanted to like this book so much. There were parts of it that I did really, really enjoy. So this isn't a spoiler because it's on the dust jacket. This book follows 2 characters where one of them is living in an eco-city and the other one is on an abandoned island. And the chapters on the abandoned island were so interesting. Definitely my favorite parts of the book. But yeah, those parts were the reason why I kept reading it. The sister that was living in the eco city, Casey, I didn't like her character like at all. There's reasons why she behaves the way she does, and I can understand it from like a literary perspective. But from a reader wanting to read this for enjoyment, I didn't appreciate her character. So because I didn't like Casey so much, it made it difficult to get through her chapters. And this book is written in alternating chapters. So it's kind of fun to see it through the different perspectives, but I found it kind of annoying, honestly, because the changes were very abrupt and chapters didn't really have any ending, which is kind of an overarching theme for this because it has an open ending. Also not a spoiler, it's sci-fi, what did you expect? I don't know, I didn't enjoy it. It wasn't for me. But yeah, definitely 3 stars for that, which is really sad, but I'm sure there's people out there that enjoyed it a lot more than me and understood the world a lot more than I did. I'm actually still working. I'm on my lunch break right now, and I have to finish work and give Chloe all the attention, and then the plan is to finish this today. It's been so many days. I have a million and one excuses why I haven't ended this video, but honestly, it doesn't even really matter. On Thursday, July 1st, I finished this book, Life as We Knew It, and I ended up giving this 5 stars. And this rating is a very personal rating. If I was rating it as a recommendation for somebody else, I wouldn't give it 5 stars. I'd give it probably like 3.5, 4 stars. But because of the experience of reading this book for me, which I'll get into soon, it's 5 stars. Can't remember how much of an explanation I gave for this book, but essentially the moon gets pushed closer to the earth and chaos happens. Like, you got tsunamis, you got volcano eruptions, no electricity, so much smoke in the air that it's cold in July. This book follows 16-year-old Miranda and her 2 brothers and her mom as they try to survive this new normal. So the first time I read this book, I was in 8th grade. So 8th grade, I was probably about like 14 maybe. So reading this, I really related to Miranda, and I understood how, like, why she was upset about certain things. I understood why she would argue with her mother, why she hated her situation, why she behaved in selfish ways. I understood that because at 14, I was the same way. Like at 14, all of us have this kind of everything's about me mentality. I mean, not everybody, but generally in childhood development at 14, that's how our brains work. I understand that certain circumstances cause people to mature and grow in different ways, but for the broad majority, at 14, we are self-centered. And so I very much related to Miranda. And now, reading this for the second time, I'm 25 years old. And I related a lot to the mother and to her older brother Matt, who's college age. And I understood their decisions and I understood their priorities. Just that change in perspective of reading this as a 14-year-old versus reading this as a 25-year-old has shown me how much I've grown personally. And I've never had that experience with a book before. Like, obviously there's books I've reread. I've reread Harry Potter a billion times, but I didn't have that 10-year age gap between readings. It's kind of hard to like get all of my feelings into this because like my rating of this book doesn't really have that much to do with the book itself and has a lot to do with my reactions to it and how I feel reading it the second time. Like I can see how much I've grown in 10 years and I can see just the change in perspective is so like, I don't know, like it's an experience. If you have a chance to do that, read a book that you haven't read in the past 10 years, like specifically one that you think about often. I don't know, it's such a hard recommendation to do because like you can't just do this with any book. Like I'm sure you could, but like, I don't know. That's the end of this. Okay, so 5 stars, I really enjoyed it. So this vlog kind of was all over the place. It wasn't really a weekly vlog. I think it took me a week and a half to get through the whole vlog, but I did finish these 2 books. Even though I finished this book on July 1st, I'm still counting it as a June read because it's close enough and I make the rules. This was a pretty fun reading vlog, even if it was kind of all over the place and took me like weeks to actually do. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye.